Just finished oiling up the handmade Victor Victrola 50. What a magnificent job somebody did on this machine. Now, whoever had this, whoever did this, obviously used it for a lifetime after they did it, because when I got it, it needed a mainspring, it needed a governor overhaul, there were loose screws all over the place, signs of long-term use. You know, and in the end, it needed a lot of lubrication and cleaning, stuff like that. So whoever did it got their time out of it, I guess, in playing records and whatnot. And now it's back, you know, playing again like it should. And we'll try this Columbia record. I wanted to show this for a reason. You can see I've said before about being careful washing records and why you should be. You can clearly see here how this Columbia record is constructed. What you have is black shellac, a thin layer, over some kind of paper, probably paper mache or something like that, and a hard center core. Now what happens if you let that get wet, even the slightest bit? That paper expands as paper does when it gets wet, or plaster, and it will lift that layer of groove off of there and destroy the record completely. It'll be done, finished. You'll never ever play it again. There's no coming back from that. So while this record definitely could benefit from a cleaning, all it's going to get is a wipe down with a cloth, which I've done already actually, didn't take whatever that is off, and it's going to be played. Nothing I can do about it. Because you can see even on the sides that aren't cracked, you can see the paper poking through on that edge, and that is a conduit for moisture to go in there, for water to get sucked in like a sponge and just crack everything right off of it. And that's the end of your record. This is one of all the Columbias basically seem to have problems in this way, but this is a typical early 1920s, early to mid-20s, I think this is, maybe even the late teens, I'm not sure. Who wants a baby? We'll try it. I haven't played this record. This is probably the last time it will be played, so enjoy it while it's here, and it'll just go into storage, because that extends so deep into the grooves, I have to try to catch it beyond that point. And that's kind of not the best way to play records, but nothing you can do here. You can't put it on here and slide it in easy. You have to sort of place it in the groove that's already playing. So let's go. didn't play too badly, despite the dirt and the damage. So we will play the flip side. Maybe that's even better shape, you never know. Well, it made that stain mostly disappear. Well, not entirely. It's still there. Something down in the grooves, stain of some kind. It's going to stay there for eternity now. Let's get a needle on there. And of course, this plays identical to any other Victrola 50. That's what happens when you copy the design exactly, which is what this Craftsman did. All the curves, everything is just where they should be in the horn, exactly as Victor did it. No, just, there's a new spring. I'm still going to wind it a little bit in the middle. That record put some stress on the motor and probably used up some power. That's good enough. Because it was dirty. Dirty records are a little harder to play than clean ones. Alright, this one we've got to be very careful. This extends way into the grooves, so we're going to miss a little bit of the first part of the song. Nothing I can do about it. And if you were one of the people who failed to bid on this when it popped up on eBay about, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, that was a big mistake, because this is not something thrown together as a high school shop class project. This is very high level work. The kind that if you had to pay someone to do this, this would be the most expensive Victor Victrola 50 you ever heard of. Let's see what else we got up here. A little stack of records I got. I put that down for a second. Okay, we got, oh, Paul Whitman, okay. Late 20s. I'm sitting pretty in a pretty little city. Okay. We will try that. A little bit, a little dust on there. These records have not been cleaned yet. I'm just, this doesn't really need it though. This one's fairly decent. A little surface dust, that's all. And we'll change the needle. Okay. This has the number 2 reproducer. You might have noticed it's in gold. That's because they had an aftermarket reproducer on this when it came in. Something from the 40s. You know, it was alright, but since I had a supply of these gold-plated number 2s that did not have machines to go with them, just stuff I picked up here and there, I figured why not, a little dirt on the edge there, alright, we'll get that later, why not use one here? That one plays pretty good. Let's see what's on the flip side. Well, we changed the needle. Let's see. We have Arcady. Okay. Al Jolson by Paul Whitman Orchestra. There we go. Needle. There we go. There we go. That one played fairly decent. Okay, sometimes with Paul Whitman records, being his enormous popularity in the 1920s, you can end up with a record that's pretty worn. Not this one. A little dusty maybe, but it's definitely not worn. What else we got up there? Let's try one last. I got a Banner record here. Foolish Child. Plaza Music. Plaza Music. I believe that was Heinemann, wasn't it? Okay. I have a couple players from Plaza. They were one of the off-brands, you know, portable machines most. I don't think they ever made a big machine, but they did make portable machines. The PAL, was it the PAL portable? I forget. I'll have to look it up. But I know they had a pretty big record catalog in that time period. Let's see, definitely the 20s. Which is contemporary with the machine.
about me. Every evening in the week, you have some brand new sheet, and you know I don't like it at all. When I call your front hall like a check room, I could throw every bow out the door. You like me, you know it, so why don't you show it? Foolish child, please go wild about me.
That one blasted a little bit. Probably would have benefited from the use of a lower tone needle. Almost like playing some of the 40s records on these things. That's alright though. It still played. And I'm just fooling around here anyway. Just running the machine a little bit. Like I said, I did just oil it up. Replace all... Well, I didn't replace any oil. I just freshened it, let's say. Because you do have to stay on top of things like the friction leather and the bearings on the governor. You always want to make sure those stay lubricated. And of course the bearings on the shaft here also, because that's not good if they get dry. Not good at all. And this is last night on the back porch. Oh, wait a minute. I'll put it. It's all right. I didn't need to wind it that much, but that's all right. Not gonna hurt it. Ah. Something wrong with the groove in this one too. Okay, we'll do it that way. And there we go. Banner record by the Plaza Music Company. And you can see how I've been storing them here. I mean, if you don't have one of these fancy boxes, as you see there, you can always make your own. This is just a milk crate with some insulating board that I put around on the bottom, on the side, so the records don't hit into the side of the hard crate. And oftentimes you'll find that the original sleeves are missing or they're damaged and crumbly. And really all you have to do is get some craft paper. These are golden craft paper sleeves for 10-inch 78s from Sleeve City. You can find them online. Just Google it, Sleeve City. And I buy these by the 100 lot because I'm constantly getting more records, and they almost never have. I mean, sometimes like these ones over here, this has a decent original sleeve. And when I find a good original, I leave it. But if they're all ripped and torn and falling apart and crumbling like so many old ones are, that's kind of useless. It's detrimental to the record. The record's going to fall out. It's going to get dirty from it. So I just replace it. And generally, I could fit pretty near 100 records in one of these milk crates. And don't go stealing milk crates. You know, these things, they show up here in the scrap or whatever in the garbage, and I save them. But I don't go stealing them. And you can always buy them new. So in fact, I think this might actually not be it from a milk company. I don't think it is. I think this is a new one. But there you go. That's it for now on the homemade Victrola 50. I'm going to spin some more records. I might even make a part 2 on this video. We'll see. It's a fun machine.